A man is not judged by the content of his character. He is not measured by the height of his stature, but rather praised by the ways in which he enjoys the simple. Water. Drink in style.
What you're thinking, Mr. Aragon, that was an amazing video. Perfect. The reason why I did that video was to give you guys an example of what you could possibly do for your PSA. In that video, I was actually advertising how awesome drinking water is. Now, for your project, for example, it's a PSA on how to help the ecosystem, or an ecosystem, in particular your organism. You could create an ad on not advertising water, right? And the issue is that if you advertise water, you advertise people going out and buying water bottles like Dasani, Aquafina, Fiji, and Smart Water. Instead, what you can do is you can advertise this. You could advertise drinking locally, or buying one of these hydro flasks or reusable containers to reduce the amount of plastic that you guys use. Now, some of you guys are wondering, Mr. Aragon, you're not in class. How could you be at two places at once? This was pre-recorded, and I just want to go over what your work plan agenda should be for Friday. I won't be there. You guys will either have Mr. Sloan, Miss Nguyen, or a random sub. Be nice to all three of them. Number one, I want you guys to check your fish. If your fish are dead, I am so sorry, but I still want you guys to collect data. What I mean by data is I want you guys to take pictures. I want you guys to make any other observation. Notice any color changes, and then I want you to actually take pictures of other classmates' data as well. And so make sure you keep track of that. What I also want you guys to do is get a really good head start on your ecology work plan unit. And so if you keep turning your work plan, eventually you'll hit a page that says ecology. It is a self-guided worksheet, and so I would want you guys to start developing knowledge on, hey, what is ecology? What is a primary consumer, a primary producer? What is a tertiary consumer? What is a predator-prey relationship, right? And so that's what I would love for you guys to do. What I also want you guys to do is get a really good head start on your PSA by the end of class. And I know I'm not there, but I will be able to check via the sub notes, or Mr. Sloan telling me, or just me asking you on Monday, hey, do you have your organism? I want you guys by the end of class today, which is Friday, have chosen your organism, and I want you guys to choose a human impact, so a way that humans are ultimately impacting their ecosystem, right? If I was using the video that you guys just saw as an example, I would say that humans are glorifying water use in the wrong ways. We're ultimately pushing people to buy more plastic products, so that way they could end up ultimately in the ocean and ruin my organism's ecosystem. So that would be an example. So by the end of class, pick your organism, research human impact, and you guys can use your phones, and then the 3 desktops that are in my classroom, you guys can totally use those. And then what I also want you guys to do as well is find my train of thought, because I lost it. Holy cow. Where did you go, train of thought? Come back to me. Come back to me. Samaj, help me here. And it's gone. Anyway, well, I guess we're just doing those 2 things by the end of class. Oh, sorry, here we go. Man. End of class, find your organism, identify human impact, and then I want you to give me a rough idea of what you are planning on doing for your project. So if you're planning on doing a sweet commercial like Mr. Aragon just did, if you're planning on doing a more theatrical live play, if you're planning on doing a PowerPoint and making it the best PowerPoint that anyone with eyes has ever seen in this world, then just let me know, right? And so how do you show me this? You can either email it to me, you can either write it down and show it on Monday. I would love for you guys to collaborate with your classmates and just go from person to person and say, hey, what are you doing for your PSA? Oh, wow, you're doing a PowerPoint. That's amazing. Great. I was actually planning on recording myself jumping into the ocean and fishing for sea turtles as my PSA, right? Just get the ideas going, get those creative juices flowing, collaborate, because you guys are ultimately, you know, more creative than anyone I've ever known for the most part. And so just keep that in mind. Awesome. Perfect. Be nice to the sub. And then if your fish are dead, do not try and save them. CPR does not work on fish. And if you do end up ultimately, you know, killing your fish, just leave it. I'll take care of it on Saturday when I come in. If your fish are still alive, please feed them. Don't overdo it, but just please feed them. All right. Have a great day, guys.